Craig, you're a I hate you. Get the hell out of my chat.
I hope
I wasn't
you die,
expecting that. I
Craig.
was expecting Clark to say something first.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Guiding Keys podcast. This is Master Latrix, and I'm joined once again by the normal crew of Dalin, Iron Clark, and Finn.
Hi!
Hello.
I'm here.
And today,
We going Disney World.
I'm going Disney World.
now, a lot of people have the wrong opinion.
A lot of people are wrong.
Wrong. When they say that they want Disney out of Kingdom Hearts, which, you know, sometimes you gotta remove the warning hot do not touch label off. And, you know, these people would never exist if you do that. Now, see, as a comparison to Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy was put into Kingdom Hearts as a really to fulfill some NPC roles, to fulfill the role of a tutor, of to help push along some story elements that a lot of original characters now are able to provide that for. And even though we do wish that Final Fantasy continues on having a strong presence and will continue on having a strong presence, Disney, however, is the DNA.
So
No presents for you.
There are very few things
So
you can
I
say
think-
that Kingdom Hearts could live without. Disney is probably, in my opinion, the top on the list that does belong in Kingdom Hearts, that it needs to be what it is.
And that's like not even like counting the fact that Disney literally owns the franchise entirely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
theirs.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have Kingdom
So-
Hearts if it wasn't Disney, guys.
Yeah. Sora
So-
is a Disney character. When Sora got
Yeah.
put into Smash, the Disney copyright was added.
Hey, guys,
speaking,
I'm gonna
I have the Sora amiibo right here on the bottom.
I was going to
Look
say
at
the
that.
same thing, damn it. I was going to
Copyright
say
Disney, no Square Enix.
When are we gonna get
Um,
the epic Mickey amiibo, though? Hmm?
probably never.
Man, I want it.
Yeah,
so-
I need more.
I can't wait for that game.
I think there's definitely a difference between
Can they even legally put copyright Disney on an Epic Mickey amiibo anymore?
They can.
Well,
They own the Epic
they
Mickey
probably-
version of that Mickey Mouse. They just don't own the Timeless River version.
Yeah, but like, isn't the one in Epic Mickey
Nope.
like?
Nope, he's got
I
colored pants.
don't. I don't think it
and blood
counts
and
because it's a modern recreation of an original character. So in that way, it's technically Disney copyright. It's Disney is breaking their own copyright.
Somebody asked
We can
Legal
sue
Eagle
them.
for this for us because we don't know any legalese. We're not lawyers except for maybe Craig.
Me
But we-
at Legal Eagle, please explain.
anyway.
Uh,
I was saying, so I think there's a big difference between Final Fantasy and Disney in terms of Kingdom Hearts. Like, yes, those were both of the building blocks, but Disney has been the bigger one by far. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
have,
know you can
like,
compare
you know,
it
we
to-
talked about this a little bit last time, but we don't go to Final Fantasy worlds in Kingdom Hearts. We go to Disney worlds.
Mhm.
And
And-
the characters are there, but they are usually not really important to the story. I think Kingdom Hearts 1, they were more so important to the story than any other game. Kingdom Hearts 2 being second, but still.
And two only being important to the worlds of Radiant Garden, and Auron as well. But you know, as we saw, you can take out Final Fantasy out of Kingdom Hearts, and yeah, you'll be upset a little bit by it, but that
but you'll
doesn't.
still lose one of your favorite characters.
But you know, it doesn't. It does not take away the DNA of Kingdom Hearts if you remove Final Fantasy characters, say for the Moogles, because Kingdom Hearts 3 shows this that it's not needed. In fact, even Dream Drop, you know, it went, okay, we're not going to do Final Fantasy characters. Let's put in The World Ends With You crew. which I need to play those games so bad. I really need to. I've been itching. But you cannot replace Disney with, I don't know, what properties would you even do? How would you make a game without this?
I guess if you were to do a Kingdom Hearts game without any Disney worlds in it, it would just be Reynaudus, that new game that got revealed.
Yeah. I'm actually, I am kind of excited for that. But no, and also, like, what do? Just replace it all with Final Fantasy ones? I mean, because say what you will, the one huge driving force with Kingdom Hearts to get new viewers in, or new players in rather, is the Disney worlds. Because, I mean, yeah, you get to play in your favorite Disney worlds.
I mean, okay.
That's how I picked up the game originally.
Yeah, no, and I agree, and I definitely think like that's a core part of the series DNA, and I don't want to see that go away. However, at the same time, and this is like, it'll never happen, so it doesn't really matter if I think it would be neat or not. But I do think that the Kingdom Hearts original worlds, the ones that are specific to Kingdom Hearts as a series, like Traverse Town, like Twilight Town, like Scala ad Kylum, like Radiant Garden, etc., are interesting enough to where if we had a whole game that was just original content, I'd love to see that.
It would definitely be interesting. I would agree, but at the same time, once again, well, like you said, this is just pure speculation. I don't think it'll ever happen either. Like, this is, like you said, we'll only have it in third parties making Hearts-like games. Is that what we're calling it? Hearts-like? Is that the term? But like the what was it? Reynaudus? Is that how you pronounce it? Reynaudus, and the AI code, and all the other games, Geno Kids, those games that are inspired by Kingdom Hearts, like
Luminous
we'll
Realms.
Have those. Yep, Luminous Realms. Thank you. And I followed them too. I don't know why I didn't think of it. But we have all these games that are very much inspired by it and everything. But we're able to see how that would work. But at the same time, the crossover aspect that of being able to be a character that goes to these worlds and helps solve their problem and basically make yourself canon to that world, like that feeling. And specifically, a line that I go back to for Kingdom Hearts that sums it up for me is, you think of a world and you dive into it. And if you take that away and it's just, okay, yeah, we're going to, all unique worlds, one, it makes the unique world still less special. Because, Traverse Town, Twilight Town, Scala Column, they all feel special because, we're not seeing those throughout. Like, we're going to different places all the time. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a Disney fanboy on it, but I feel like something would be missing,
And part of it also is, it's a video game. They want to sell it and make money. Absolutely. And to drive sales, you use the big things. That's why Frozen was in Kingdom Hearts 3, is because Frozen is huge. And the
rumor says is that when they were doing the development, Nomura got to see an early viewing of Frozen and decided to put it in from there.
Yeah, he wanted to put Frozen in there.
Yeah, well, still, regardless, like they use these big name movies because, hey, this is how you get the attention on it and get people to buy it. And as opposed to, you could say the same thing could happen with Final Fantasy Worlds or something. Like, people more that would drive Final Fantasy fans to Kingdom Hearts to try it out. The difference being, and I think I touched on this last time, but I can just go play Final Fantasy games. Yeah, it's like I can just go play Final Fantasy games to play in those worlds.
Yeah,
whereas
but you don't get
the Disney movies. Yeah. There might be some weird licensed games that aren't very good, but this is like an actually good and fun game, and I'm playing in this Disney world.
Yeah, as much as I give Agrabah shit, right? to be
Yeah.
able to go around the town of Agrabah, to go into the mouth of the Guardian.
Cave of Wonders.
Cave of Wonders, thank you. To go into there and everything, and to try and keep the damn monkey from taking the gem, and to fight Jafar. It adds that sense of just Disney magic, that Disney wonder, to be able to go to these worlds.
Well, and I think I was gonna say, I think the biggest point to illustrate that Kingdom Hearts would not be Kingdom Hearts without Disney is we kind of already have that, and it exists in Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's going to be a major plot thread going forward, and that's Verum Rex. And if you look at it, it's just Final Fantasy.
Exactly, yeah. And even with that, right? With Kingdom Hearts 4, say what you guys will for the same people who are saying that Disney doesn't belong, or saying that Star Wars isn't going to show up in 4. You're all on the wrong type of copium crack. Just get off of it. You need to seek help. But even with putting Sora in a realistic setting of Quadratum, with a where he does not have the goofy the cartoony shading but he's still okay, we still have to have Disney, so yes, we're able to go to a different side of Disney now with Star Wars, but we're still not, we still have to go to that Disney. We still have to have that Disney tied into it. The little anime boy that they dressed up as Mickey Mouse is Disney.
Yeah, well, and I think the other thing that a lot of people seem to misunderstand about Kingdom Hearts 4 is that they were thinking the art style changed. We're going a huge, drastic, departure in the series, and it's going in a whole new direction. Except they've already confirmed Sora just looks that way because that's just the aesthetic of the Quadratum world. He looks. Yeah. It's meant to be the real world, so it looks like real life. If he goes to another world, just like every other Kingdom Hearts game, he's gonna match the aesthetic of the world that he's in. So if Sora's in the real world, it's gonna look like he's in the real world.
Yeah.
If he's in Tron, he's gonna look like he's in Tron. If he looks like he's, if he's in, Timeless River, he's gonna look like, a 1920s cartoon character. He's just...
Yeah, they follow that whole thing of, that is just his world forward there. That's his, Strelitzia's, even Yazora's, it's, that is how they look in that world. Granted,
did they even change her outfit for Quadratum? It kind of looks the same to me.
I don't think so.
Different,
she took off her shoes, that much I do.
Well, I mean,
Sora's clothes are magical. That's why they can change their look depending on what world he's in.
They did confirm that he actually, I remember reading this in an interview, that he still has his old clothes. His new ones were given to him by Strelitzia so he could fit in the world better. Because, his magic does transform, but also Donald was also doing that too.
Well, and we know that Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, he said, this isn't what I really look like, because he's also in Quadratum right now.
Mm-hmm. He is from Verum Rex. He's not from Quadratum.
Did he steal Sora's clothes?
Well, we don't know that, because I mean, remember, we don't know if he's, if Verum Rex is or isn't Quadratum, because, I mean, look at the Verum Rex quote-unquote trailer. It's very clearly set in, realistic Japan.
And at the same time, too, we also don't know, because all we had is Quadratum. Wasn't it the Great Fairy who suggested the world of Quadratum? Or not Great Fairy.
Fairy Godmother.
Fairy Godmother, yeah.
She.
Oh, this is not Zelda.
I'm brain farting now. She pieced it together that they needed to find the Nameless Star, and then the Nameless Star was the one that told them about Quadratum.
Okay, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean that Sora is in Quadratum necessarily. Yeah, there's too many open notes that honestly another trailer could summarize all that. But
Speaking of, I don't know if I brought up this theory on the podcast or not. Maybe I have. But I am 99.9% convinced that the nameless star is named Sora.
I mean, that's the general thing
I
that
think
the
a lot of
nameless
people call her
star,
Stella.
yeah, that the
A lot of
nameless
people call her
star
Stella
is,
based off of,
yeah,
versus
yeah.
13. But anyway,
Sorry,
Yeah.
y'all are all talking at once. I shouldn't.
it's okay.
All right, Dalvin, you go.
Colin, go, because I
Okay,
heard Clark.
so I was just saying because most people call her Stella comparatively because of versus 13, at least from what I've seen. But
Okay, yeah. But I'm thinking her name's probably Sora, just because
Yeah.
Zora said he was going to save Sora, and then when he asked Sora, why are you using Sora's name? Like, I'm willing to bet that's what her name is.
Look, I want to know what Sans Undertale is looking forward to, so we'll know soon enough.
so
Like-
to kind of go back to the
Topic at
changing
hand.
art styles.
Oh.
So the changing art styles, like discussion of how Sora can look like a 1920s cartoon in Timeless River or whatever. I think that's a big part of why Disney is so important, because they can do this and it makes sense and it's not just like random
Yeah,
for the sake of it.
yeah. Like if
Um,
you were playing an Assassin's Creed game, and then all of a sudden you went to an area and you were looking like a Mario character, right? You know, it wouldn't make any sense. It doesn't have that. Oh yeah, we're going to different Disney worlds, therefore we're going to match the art style. You know, taking Zack from Birth by Sleep being a great example, that they turned a Final Fantasy character into that aesthetic, but still very clearly being Zack. Like, they're able to do that because of this.
I will say it helped that Birth by Sleep and Crisis Core are on the same engine.
That's it. Yeah.
Can I just say, speaking of like Disney design, like redesigning Final Fantasy things, or just Disney designing like, so is it just me, or are the Keyblades that were designed by Disney that we know were designed like by Disney themselves in Kingdom Hearts 3 aren't my favorite?
Okay,
Oh,
so
I-
I might be big dumb, but which ones are the ones designed by Disney?
Well, they confirmed that the artists at Pixar did Favorite Deputy and Happy Gear, and
Happy Gear's okay. I like
Happy Gear's fine.
I like
but
Happy
Favorite-
Gear.
I don't really care for Favorite Deputy because it's just like, it just feels like
It's a mishmash.
stuff from Toy Story slapped together to make a Keyblade, and I'm just like, you could have done better.
Yeah.
I
Like,
I-
honestly, I
I
don't
always
know.
want to see concept art. Like, I want to see the iterations that got him there.
I just think it would have been cooler if they made it like a toy Keyblade. Like if they literally made it look like a toy.
I mean, it's definitely shiny and plasticky, so they did that much.
No, but I mean literally like make the Toy Story Keyblade like look like something that a kid would buy like at a toy store. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, you know what I mean though. Like think like the
I know,
foam,
I know,
like the
I
foam Nerf
know.
swords, or like the plastic samurai swords that you could buy at like a Halloween store or something. You know.
You know, they were probably having trouble too.
I have the little art book that came with the like deluxe edition of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't know where it is.
I
I
haven't.
was gonna look
I,
into if maybe there was a card of it in there, but I don't remember.
Yes,
I don't
right
think.
here.
Yeah,
hold on.
I think they just had the actual just drawings of the Keyblade. I don't
they
think
did. They just had the regular drawings. They didn't
Yeah,
have
I've
concept
got
art.
the book right now. I can confirm.
Yeah.
I also have the series Ultimania in both Japanese and English. Oh,
Lucky. I can't understand Japanese.
I don't either. I just bought it because it wasn't
Collector
available in
item.
English. Well, no, I bought it because it wasn't out in English at the time,
Right.
and then they released it in English.
You
How do you
know,
call these Keyblades concept art when they look exactly the same as they do in the game?
yeah, they're
Makes
the
no
final,
sense.
they're the finalized concept art. But now, also too, like to go back to old Disney's, like if you took if you traded Disney in for anybody else, right? Obviously, you were traded in for all the Warner Brothers, and then they would go and cancel everything. You know, dealing with it. But you
Because
wouldn't
they
have
needed
any
a tax write-off, and I'm still mad about the Coyote movie.
But But I mean, that's the thing is that I don't know how much of a bill that that Disney's footing for all the profit. Like, I don't know how that whole cost differentiate or anything, but Disney money is definitely going into it. Like, Disney knows that this isn't a one and done, sink the costs and we'll see if it works. They've already did that with the first Kingdom Hearts game. And then they were like, oh, now we can put the mouse on this. Now we feel confident. And, very quickly afterwards, we had Mickey show up in every game since.
But hey, I thought Warner Brothers was the only genuine storytelling studio left.
I'm gonna figure out how to ban you from your own server.
According to Warner Brothers.
Ban you from
the only story they're telling is why they ain't telling good stories anymore.
Batman Beyond.
Oh my god!
I'm so mad about that. That would have been so good.
Now that
Okay.
we're depressed.
So I kind of wanted to like switch topic a little bit, like still on the Disney side, on the Disney thing, but like I want to talk more about less about how Disney is handled in the Kingdom Hearts games, and more so how Disney handles the Kingdom Hearts IP.
What do you mean handle?
Well,
exactly.
Exactly. That's kind of what I mean.
I've had this theory going on of mainly coming from the whole reveal that it was Nomura that was pushing back on Sora and Smash, right? That Disney was gung ho about it, right? So that makes me think that whatever the contract is that Nomura has final say in what crossover Sora can show up.
He wasn't pushing back. He had a lot of notes because, like, from what I remember, Disney
Nomura wanted it canon.
Well, no, that's not it. It was Disney and Sakurai. Originally, they wanted the trailer for Sora's reveal to be like Mario swinging around a Keyblade and then opening the keyhole to let Sora through. And then Nomura stepped in and was like, "No, Mario's not a Keyblade wielder. He can't do that." It's the same reason why Kirby doesn't actually get the Keyblade when he's
that's
Sora.
always funny to me.
Kirby would eat the
Hardcore
Keyblade.
Keyblade.
He does not care what gets eaten when he's hungry. He will eat it.
But
He's eating
still, though,
swords.
is that I do think that Nomura has a lot of creative control of where and when Sora gets used, because it's very much so. It very much so seems that Sora is Nomura's baby, right?
I don't even know if it's I don't even know if it's Nomura as like contractual creative control. I think it's more of just a Disney just respects his vision for the character.
That might be,
Yeah.
you know what? That might be 99% of it. You're absolutely right on that. But also, I do think
You're
that
sworn
that lets them.
Read that
But
news.
I think that puts Disney in a situation of instead of just going and asking for permission, let's just not bother and do our own thing with our other stuff that we know we don't have to ask for permission and which of course, because I mean, you raise a good point actually, Latrix. Now that I think about it, because we did have Sora in the park for a little bit of time. We had, if I remember right, leading up to Kingdom Hearts 3 celebration, or rather release, they did have models of the Kingdom Hearts 3 Keyblades on display in one of the Disney parks, right?
So the only Kingdom Hearts Disney park stuff that they bring out on a regular basis are, I know they have mascot costumes of Donald and Goofy in their Kingdom Hearts outfits.
And Mickey.
And Mickey.
Yeah.
But
And they bring them out for the Halloween events.
They bring them out for the Halloween events, but they'll also bring them out whenever there is a Kingdom Hearts launch or private bookings. Like I saw somebody
They got married on the
they had like a
yeah.
Disney. They had a Disney wedding, and they wanted it to be Kingdom Hearts themed, and so they
Yeah.
brought out
Oh,
Donald
that's
and
really
Goofy.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
contractually, if you go to Disney to have your wedding and you request a certain character, they will jump through hoops to give you that character. So if they were on a yacht and they were getting married and they wanted the Donald and Goofy. So they fucking airshipped out the Donald and Goofy outfits to this yacht so they could get married with Donald and Goofy and Kingdom Hearts outfits. But
Anyway, I was gonna say Disney really doesn't do a whole ton with Kingdom Hearts, which is unfortunate. It's been more and more small things over like recent years, and it doesn't take a lot to make Kingdom Hearts fans happy. But
it really doesn't.
Like we freak out over just a single like 2-second clip of Kingdom Key D in the Mickey Mouse shorts,
Okay, but is that not just because we're so starved for any representation that we'll take what we can get?
No, I don't think so. I think like it's just nice to. I don't know. I think it's not not necessarily being starved. It's just like we haven't seen it a lot before, and it's just nice to see it acknowledged even in small ways.
Yeah, because we're sitting here in our own little niche corner of the fandom of so here's Disney fans and here's the Kingdom Hearts fans over here in the corner huddled up. And then when the Disney recognizes, oh yeah, Keyblade, it's like shaking, they shake the Keyblade around and they get all of our attention.
I just think it's one of those things where it's like Disney basically pretends Kingdom Hearts doesn't exist, and so literally every time they acknowledge it, no matter how small, I feel like freaking Peter Griffin in Family Guy doing the whole oh he said it come on.
But like I said, and if I remember right. And who knows? This may change as we get closer to 4, right? Because with 3, they definitely acknowledged 3 a lot more than they did any other game.
Well, yeah, but that's because it was like a huge, big release. They were marketing it. I think Disney finally realizes, Kingdom Hearts isn't as niche as they maybe thought it was.
And that's what leads me to think that 4 may, obviously not. We didn't get it from Melody and Memories, and we obviously didn't get aren't getting it from Missing Link. But 4 is still a big number. It's the new start of the series.
Yeah. Well, I think we have more of a likely chance that we'll start to see marketing once the game is just closer to release.
Yeah.
Both from Disney and from Square.
I will say, in terms of not even marketing for the games, but any kind of Kingdom Hearts representation, I could see it potentially being with all the lead up to Kingdom Hearts 3 and how batshit crazy Kingdom Hearts fans were during that time period. They know how loud and
excited.
vocal excited or vocally disappointed Kingdom Hearts fans could be that they don't want to fuck it up, if that makes any sense.
No, absolutely. I would love to see it. Words are terrible.
Words are terrible. Let's talk with our minds from now on.
But for one, we have gotten inundated with a lot of references to Kingdom Hearts in various different media, right? And so we've got basically Kingdom Hearts fans, even if you were born on Kingdom Hearts Day back in fucking 2022, you are now, back in 2002, you are now 22 years old now. You're in, we have people who are in Disney who are Kingdom Hearts fans now, right? And I think as the years go on, just because we have people who are in those rankings of Disney, they can sit there and go, okay, yeah, we know people love this because we know it's not niche. We will put these references out. I remember, because they put out a poster for D23 every year, right?
Yeah.
And whoever
does those slides in the Kingdom Hearts references for the past 3 or so, I think.
I only know 2 for certain. I'm pulling
I
up-
remember Twilight Town was on a map on one of them. One of them had the
Oh.
Kingdom Key in the thing, and then one of them had Sora in the.
There's one that has
so, yeah.
Sora right next to Thor and Oswald, Lucky Rabbit, favorite, my boy. And then you had the castle that has the Kingdom Key right there, right smack dab there. You know,
I definitely think people in Disney are fans of Kingdom Hearts, and they care about it more than I think Disney as a company does.
absolutely. But
Because-
what I'm saying is that, you know, as time goes on, more and more people who are in, because, you know, if Disney was not in Kingdom Hearts, I wouldn't care about Disney as much as I do. That is the God's honest truth. You know, is that I just wouldn't care about it as much. I wouldn't be excited for a new Disney movie to come out because I wouldn't be sitting there going, how are they going to integrate this into Kingdom Hearts? I need to know. I need to know this dude like now, you know?
And that brings me to my final tangent on this topic. Because we
What do you
talked
mean
about,
final? Are we all, or we're only on a tangent?
Well, because I mean, we talked about Disney, you know, identity in Kingdom Hearts. We talked about the way Disney as a company treats Kingdom Hearts. But now I kind of want to talk about Disney in the future of Kingdom Hearts. And what I mean by that is, you're talking about, okay, every Disney movie I watch now, I watch with the expectation of, is this going to be a future Kingdom Hearts world? And that kind of brings me to my final point, which is, are we running out of good Disney content to work with here?
Look, all right. First of all,
Whoa,
so here's
I've got
I've got-
a problem with Disney about that. Like recently, they had like this thing where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna start working on quality over quantity," and I'm like, "When was that? When did y'all change the goal? When was it about quality or quantity instead of quality? You know, it should. Disney has always been about quality. Like their movies have always been top notch. Kids movies, and you know, if it's not kids movies, just look at Pirates.
In
I
the
love
last
the
10
Pirates
years,
films.
10 years,
In the last 10 years, they've dwindled so hard. Like the last really good Disney movie, I think that I think of is Moana,
like I'm
or
just,
maybe
I'm just,
Coco.
I'm looking at all of these like Disney movies that have come out within the last 5 years, and I'm just sitting here like, do I even want any of these in Kingdom Hearts?
I'll
Like,
tell you what, I do not want.
okay. Let's see
what
here.
was it?
2019. Blast, Captain Marvel, Dumbo. Oh, wait. Missing Link film, Penguins, Breakthrough, Avengers. I mean, honestly, right now, when I think of recent Disney movies, my brain is immediately going to Marvel and Star Wars.
yeah, but I mean, other than that though, like
Yeah,
you can't.
yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. Like Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 was like even that. Like I watched it and I was like, okay, yeah, I could see this as a Kingdom Hearts world, but it feels like, okay, yeah, sure. If we don't have anything better to do than just revisit Arendelle again, then sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's
So-
okay. That's the worst thing. It's
Yeah.
like it's not bad. It's okay. It's
Like-
unremarkable.
Like, okay, all right. So we've got Zootopia. That would be interesting.
that would be a good
yeah.
one. That's a good
That
one.
will be
Moana.
interesting,
I do
yeah.
want to see Moana. I really do
That's-
enjoy Moana.
That's another one.
Ralph Breaks the
Against-
Internet.
No,
Pass.
no.
I haven't seen it yet. Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya was okay, but
I did like.
not Kingdom Hearts.
I like that movie. I think it might. I think it could be an interesting story in
I
Kingdom
never
Hearts.
saw it. I never
It's
saw
okay.
it. And
It's okay.
Here's the thing. Even if, like, regardless of, I will say I disagree with this take. I don't think we have anything to worry about, because for one, even if the movie wasn't crazy good, that doesn't mean they can't or won't use it in Kingdom Hearts and it will be good. And I don't think this is a valid concern personally.
no, I see what you mean because, like, I mean, Tron Legacy, but
Well, I mean, like, you know, I think Disney has a ton of, you know, stuff that they haven't touched in older stuff. There is a ton of new stuff, regardless of the quality of what you think the quality of it is.
Yeah, and
It
not
is
to mention
still
they also
usable,
have.
and they can still do good things with it.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean-
but the counter argument really is less about is it like, could they make a good game world out of it? Which, you know, I'm sure they could. But you got to think about it from a marketing perspective. Are we running out of movies that people give a shit about
No,
to
I don't
put
think
in
so.
these games?
Yeah, no,
I don't think so, even
people
remotely.
have stopped caring about the MCU. So, well, mostly like Madam Web flopped hard.
That's not the MCU,
from what
though.
I
That's
heard.
Yeah,
Sony.
Madam Web's not MCU.
yeah, that one's not going to
It's
be.
not
a problem.
MCU.
No,
No.
Sony.
No.
What are they just making?
If Tom Holland is in it, then it is MCU. If Tom Holland is not in it, then it's a Spider movie that is not MCU. But no. Even if say the whole, you know, if the Disney movies, if you know, they're like, okay, we're out of the good Disney movies that we really have a good idea of. And I mean, let's be honest, we still haven't touched Jungle Book properly yet. We still have, you know, we still have so much. But
I'm not
at the same
saying-
time, but if we get to the future where we do run out, we still have the Disney Channel. We still have Gargoyles. We have, you know, we have things. I am not worried. There's other things that we can hit. We
I'm
haven't
not
even
saying-
And
hit
there's all the
Arkansas.
future of Disney as well. Like these games take a long time to develop.
Let me.
And by the time- Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I'm not saying we're out of content yet. I'm talking about more long term. If Disney's current quality trajectory continues down the path that it's been going, which hasn't been very good, I don't really think there's much disagreement on that.
I mean, you say that
I
in the last two
enjoyed
movies that
pretty
they
much
made.
everything they put out. I don't hate things. That's the wrong word to put. I don't look at things critically that much. Like if I enjoy it, I enjoy it, and I don't think there's anything more deep than that.
Well,
and I don't think there
I'm
should
not
be
even-
anything more deep than that.
Yeah, let me maybe rephrase, because I'm not even really talking about like, you know, was this good or was this bad, but more and more, I only really go watch the movies that I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as time progresses, with Disney especially, there's less and less that I'm interested in. And I feel like that's happening with a lot of people.
I don't know, buddy. People were excited for Wish, but it turned out to be bad. But that's just one reference. But
Well, Wish wasn't like bad, but-
like I said, in the past 3 years, right? Here's the past three movies that came out in the past 3 years. You have Encanto. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves Encanto.
Encanto is good, but how are you going to make that work in a Kingdom Hearts game?
How do
Yeah,
you make
but
Winnie the
they
Pooh work in a Kingdom Hearts
absolutely
game?
could make that work in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah.
That is like
Yeah.
one of the best ones that they could do.
Let Nomura cook on that one. All right. Strange World. Their main problem was marketing. I haven't seen it yet, but I've been lazy about that. Wish.
wasn't
Okay,
good.
Wish was bad. Okay, but I mean, still, you know. And then we have Moana 2, Zootopia 2, and then 2 more Frozen movies. But I couldn't care less about Frozen
All of the rest
myself.
of the Pixar movies.
Yeah. We barely even touched Pixar. I can't wait for Cars.
There's a lot of classic Pixar that I'm excited about. I cannot say the same for modern Pixar. The only
Really?
modern
Turning
Pixar...
Red? Luca?
Not Turning Red. Not Turning Red and
Soul?
Luca. The,
Incredibles 2?
I was saying the only like more recent Pixar movie that I'm really interested in seeing is Coco. As far as like Kingdom Hearts worlds go, like I would love to see a Coco world, but you know, the rest of these movies have come out within the last like 5 years, like Turning Red, like Luca,
Turning
like
Red was great. Luca was great. Soul's great. Onward? Well, Onward was okay.
I just don't
But
want
I
to see
think-
it in Kingdom Hearts.
But I think this is a you problem on this one, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
gonna say it.
like respectfully, I think this feels like a you problem. Really? No, but like to be fair, like I really don't think there's anything to worry about anywhere. We're not anywhere close to the point of where we need to worry about this.
And also, not to mention, when Kingdom Hearts 3 was being made, if the story's true, Disney gave them more access to watch Frozen before it was in theaters. So God only knows what this man has seen that we haven't.
Here's what I do know about how these games are typically made, because Nomura has basically said this, is that they'll start with a list of worlds that they want to do, and then they'll start narrowing it down to what they can fit into the game. So, I don't know how long that list is. For all I know, they've got like 100 movies on there. you know, and maybe they do. I just, maybe it is a me problem. I don't know. I feel like I feel like this sentiment is shared with more people than just myself.
Please, in the comments, let us know if you're on Latrix's side of this. Because honestly, I'm curious at this point. If you're on Latrix's side of this, of saying that there's no good movies coming out of Disney in the past 20 years.
I didn't say there was. Okay, no, you are putting words in my mouth.
No, but even if you're, like, I'm sure you're not the only one. I agree. That doesn't mean it's correct, and that doesn't mean like. I don't know. I just can't. I feel like this is not a warranted concern at the moment.
It's a concern. I'm not saying Kingdom Hearts is screwed. I'm just giving my opinion that I'm a little worried. Saying
I get that.
Like, I'm not saying they're fucked. I'm not
I get it.
Yeah.
I am very. You've talked about this before in the server, but like I'm like. I see it and I'm just like, I really don't agree or get it at all. And I just feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point, so I'll stop. But you get my point.
But yeah, like I said, because granted, I haven't watched like, but I've seen the trailer, so I'll look like I'll enjoy it. I haven't seen Elemental. Yeah, you make those sounds. You make your Latrix sounds that we should soundbite and sell as NFTs. Let's get on that. But you make your little Latrix sounds. But here's the thing, though, is that is a you problem on that.
Lightyear, I didn't even let me say it. It's because I didn't really think Lightyear.
You didn't really. That's the thing. It's a you.
Let him finish his sentence.
Let me finish. I was gonna say I didn't even think Lightyear was that bad.
It's a you problem. If you're going, it's not even that bad. It's probably amazing. No.
But clearly, this is a controversial topic. I wonder why.
But I am legitimately curious, though. Please, in the comments, let us know if you think that Disney's been on a downturn on things, or if you're like me and Dolan, who go be like, yeah, movie good, need more. Are we?
Monkey brain.
Monkey brain. Yeah. I mean, that's what people say that they hate a Multiverse of Madness. I love it. My brain going like, yeah, this is funny. I love this shit. Yeah, monkey brain. I cut on a movie. I'm enjoying it. I love Turning Red. I hope to see Turning Red. I hope to see Luca.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've gotten the point across on each side, but
anyway, just I guess to wrap up my point, it was just I have personal concerns about the future stability of like keeping up with the same quality of content for Disney Worlds. It's not even just about like do I personally enjoy this movie, but again, it was more from the perspective of how much stuff that like is really well marketable, how much stuff that people really care about do they have left. I don't get me wrong, I'm hoping that Disney starts coming out with better movies and that this concern is unfounded and they, the next 10 years of Disney is like, holy shit, amazing. I can't wait to see this in Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know. It'd just be old senile at this point. Or cynical. That's the word, not senile. Which I joke because I think I'm older than you. I understand. You want to see movies that you enjoy show up there, and you want to have more movies that you enjoy that has the potential showing. Which makes sense.
I also just want Kingdom Hearts to be able to retain an audience. I want Kingdom Hearts to not, like, obviously the diehard Kingdom Hearts fans, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Even if they start scraping the bottom of the barrel, we're not going anywhere. We are like
You say scraping the bottom of the barrel. I say, damn,
we
that's
signed a
we
contract
got the
with our
three
first
caballeros in there. Let's go.
like we are on Nomura's wild ride, and the ride never ends. But I'm
Till we crash
talking
the
more
bird.
about the general population who's just, oh, I want to buy this game because it's got X movie in it, and I want to experience that. Like that's more what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Well, I mean, at the same time, too, it is also going, because you're fighting a double-sided battle on this, right? So you've got the younger fans who are obviously going to want the most recent thing that always comes out, right? And you're not going to get that just because of game development time, right? Like, let me look. Hold on. When did KH3 release again? What was the date? 2019? 2019?
January 29th. Well, January 29th in the US and the 24th or 25th in Japan.
Oh, yeah. So in 2019 was Frozen 2, but that came out in November. So the last movie that had came out for Disney at that time, that younger fans would have, this is Disney, was honestly Zootopia, Moana, and Ralph Breaks the Internet, right? Those were the three. Zootopia. Yeah, Zootopia. Zootopia. And those three weren't represented in there because dev time, right? The most recent one on this list was Big Hero 6 at 2014. Dev time. That's just how that works. So regardless of how that's going to work, the dev time is going to be the biggest thing about it, right? Because your younger fans, they got a short-term memory, right? They're just going to, because I remember I used to be sweet on a girl who was had a kid, and all this kid wanted to watch at the time was Frozen and Trolls. Only the music, of course.
I'm so sorry.
I know that was my life for a little bit. But that was the two movies because that's how kids are, right? And that's Disney's market of that's who's gonna want to buy and watch that retention time, right? But and by the time that the game comes out, those kids are already 2 to 3 years older than they were when they originally watched it. And to be fair, you've got us who are sitting here like Atlantis Treasure Planet, and that was in 2000, 2002. When those movies came out.
God, we're old.
I know we are. We're ancient.
For the record, I'm not like really pining for either of those two. I think they'd be cool, but they are not at the top of my list.
Let us know in the comments if you want to strangle Latrix or no.
You want to keep Latrix off the plug?
The Keyblade Forge Civil War is real.
but also to go back to the original point though, Latrix. How many times did we go to Olympus Coliseum?
Okay,
Just
just
count for me.
Times did we go to Agrabah?
I get your point.
Yeah.
I get your point.
How many movies of Hercules are there? Just compare those
There's
numbers.
one, and then there's the TV show.
Yeah. We only went to the TV show one time too. But
Zach wasn't there though.
He was in my heart. But no, I mean, like I said, and also too, like
You can see the look on my face right now.
This just struck me though, but Dream Drop Distance had The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's an old ass movie. That was before Hercules.
Goated ass movie.
I mean, it also had like the straight to DVD freaking Three Musketeers movie.
Look,
that was amazing. You take that back.
A lot of those movies from that era had straight to DVD/VHS.
That was an amazing movie. But no, but still though, is that I don't think that we have anything to worry about because I don't think it's necessarily a recency bias that on how they pick their movies. I think particularly from 3, right? I want to see like a breakdown on how all the worlds connect the stories for the other games, but specifically 3, how the story worked definitely fed into the general of the overall plot and the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. So I think that's something for 4. and
Well,
you
I
know,
think with four, we're gonna be seeing a lot of like the Star Wars and Marvel side.
absolutely, yeah. But I'm also curious on what they're going to be picking from there. You know, like because I mean, at the same time too, I would have to believe that Nomura isn't shackled by just Disney canon. He could also take from the legends from Star Wars.
I doubt that.
I doubt he will. I doubt he will, but he's not. I would have to imagine he's not shackled down by that. But
No, I
obviously he's
disagree.
going to do that.
I highly disagree.
Oh, okay. Nomura,
No.
comment down below if you're shackled down by that.
Considering like Lucasfilm themselves are shackled down by the new canon, I don't think
You know,
anybody's
that's fair. That's fair. We haven't even seen Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, that's one I'd like to see.
I would kill to see that.
Is this where I say I've never actually watched The Emperor's New Groove?
Really?
All right, nope, Dalin's off the
what?
podcast. Dalin's off the podcast.
Get him out! I'm about to get the torch and the pitchfork.
But
Let's
I'm no longer asking, I am telling.
everybody say, what Disney movie, if you could pick any property that they own, do you want to see the most in a future Kingdom Hearts game? It could be one that came out 100 years ago. It could be one that came out last week. Go.
So
Alien.
There actually is Disney stuff that came out.
Alien
that
is
there you
technically
go.
owned by Disney. I'll let it
Yeah.
slide.
I want
Family Guy.
Alien.
Family Guy, Simpsons.
Okay. Actual answer, Coco.
Coco's pretty good. I'm
Coco's
still
pretty good.
Mhm.
I'm still on the Atlantis and Treasure Planet, particularly Treasure Planet more than Atlantis, but I'm still on that ride.
You know what? I'll just say anything that Disney owns is for fair game. Anything they own.
Gargoyles.
Okay.
Bonkers B Bobcat.
I have no idea what that is, but sure, why not?
Disney TV show.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yes. Goodbye.
I don't think I want to fight a heartless version of the Baby Moon, please.
No, that one will definitely be a like a Winnie the Pooh style, 1,000 acre, Thousand Acre Wood.
Alright. So my realistic answer in terms of like movies, and I mean we're already getting it in 4, is Star Wars. I've always wanted to see Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts.
I am so curious on how they're going to make a Star Wars Keyblade. Like, I am curious on how they do it. Because we've seen fan made Keyblades in Star Wars forever. We've all done them. So I am so curious on what a quote unquote canon lightsaber Keyblade's going to look like. And if they cheap out and not do it, they're cowards.
So this is something that I never thought I would ever say, that I am actually like really crazy excited to have Kingdom Hearts or Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts. Because prior to the KH4 reveal, when we saw the freaking ATST foot, I was hardcore like, no thanks, I don't want Star Wars and Kingdom Hearts. I don't think they mesh well together. And then because now they're in Quadratum, this is very much more sci-fi than it is fantasy that we have had for the most part in the normal Kingdom Hearts reality. It makes more sense in my head now, and I am very excited.
Okay, no. Before I go back to my other, like, the other world that I wanted to see that probably will never happen, I just have to ask, how does Star Wars not mesh with Kingdom Hearts?
Well, he said that.
Again, it's fantasy versus the way more sci-fi-esque nature of Star Wars.
Well, yeah,
You've never seen Lilo and Stitch before.
I mean, yeah, we literally had a world set on a spaceship.
Yeah, but that's very stylized and not like.
Okay, but the other thing, it's like less about even like. I mean, Star Wars is literally about light versus darkness. And
No, I do get
Or
what you're
a
saying.
friendship
I
overcoming
realized that was
evil.
not part of my. That was not. The,
Yeah,
the
it was the
point
style,
of
it was
my-
the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I get. Because, I mean, I mean, we joke about Lilo and Stitch, but that is one example. But we do have more castles and fantasies, more of that. So I do see your point. it's a very blunt point. Not very sharp at all. Put in the comments down
You're
below.
allowed to be. Look, I see your point. It's wrong. You're allowed to be wrong. But
I do see his point. Yeah, but
I'm just saying because a vast majority of what has been in Kingdom Hearts up to this point is far more like fantasy.
yeah, castles and dragons.
Like,
yeah,
more or less. And there are exceptions that work, like Lilo and Stitch works fine because
Pirates
it's
of the Caribbean.
that's still very fantasy. That's still very fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a futuristic sci-fi. They have a Kraken in it. Like, but anyway,
I mean, technically, Star Wars was a long time ago. So
shut up.
You can stab him. You can
But
stab him.
the main thing that was very sci-fi in Kingdom Hearts up until this point is Tron, and it makes sense in there because it's literally in a computer.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. I completely agree. Yeah. I do see your point. You know, in Quadratum, even though like our most exposure to Quadratum really is Zora and like that particular quote unquote tech,
Exactly.
is that we are definitely seeing that on this other side of reality that it's more tech than magic. So I do see your point, which also means that Treasure Planet has a better chance. Let's go, boys.
maybe it's just me, but honestly, maybe it's just me. I see Star Wars as more fantasy than sci-fi. Honestly, I mean, you don't see people running around using laser swords and space magic in Star Trek, but
Well, Star Trek is a political.
I mean, they have laser guns, right?
Yeah, they have phasers.
okay, yeah, but they're not like. I mean, what are the Jedi? They're literally space wizards. I mean, come on.
Okay, but they're in space and they have spaceships that are very much technology and like
Are
that's
you calling R2D2 a no? That's
Yeah, but-
greatest of you.
I mean, it's a space aesthetic, but like, I mean, Jedi are basically knights in space. I mean,
it's
it's
still in
fantasy.
space, so it's not the same as freaking. It's not the same as Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what I mean? Like,
all right, whatever.
Anyway.
Like I said, I just whatever. Anyway, the other thing I was gonna say was like Star Wars was like my number one. I want to see this the most. After that, honestly, is Gravity Falls. Oddly enough.
Gravity Falls would be good. I ain't gonna
That would
lie.
be an interesting one.
Like, yeah, once again, they have the entire Disney catalog. We could have Owl House. We could have Bonkers D. Bobcat. We could have Gargoyles. We have such a huge catalog that literally Nomura's just sitting and be like, all right, I'm gonna put in Hercules and Agrabah and shake up my ball here. Cars, Chicken Little, Home on the Range, Moana. All right, there's Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, if they put Home in the Range in Kingdom Hearts, I am going to stop being a fan.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one time we
I
get all
don't
the
want
bullshit.
a cow as a party member.
Hey, remember the Lone Ranger movie from like 2012 with Johnny Depp? Yeah, that's gonna
Oh
be
my
in the next Kingdom Hearts game.
I like that. movie.
Wow, you look really familiar. Have we met before?
No,
God.
but Gravity Falls is one
Gravity
that I really
Falls.
like to see.
Gravity
I think-
Falls is
And honestly, it's just because I really want to fight Bill Cipher.
You want to know? And you want to hear? You want to hear a curveball? Phineas and Ferb.
I can see it.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think, yeah.
I don't know how they'd make it work, but I feel like they could make it work.
I could imagine that it'd be like it'd be a lot of mini games on building the whatever invention that Phineas and Ferb are up to, and then you would no. So it'll be a world to which two people visit, right?
If anything, I was gonna say I see Phineas and Ferb if they were to do them as like the replacements of Chip and Dale.
That's a good one too. But I was gonna say it's like no, this is a Dream Drop situation. Sora goes in and he builds these crazy ass things with Phineas and Ferb. Riku comes in and he has to fight Doogan Smirch with Perry, they have no idea they're in the same worlds, and then everything all solves itself by the end because it's happening at the exact same time.
I accept it just to have Dan Povenmire in Kingdom Hearts.
Absolutely, yeah, no. In
Yazora-
fact,
and then-
he can voice the Masters. Ray Chase, you can take a break for a little.
And then
You get
Yazora
one
has
day.
Yazora has to team up with Candace to bust Sora.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that note, we are over time,
Hey, the Hot Takes episode went for almost like 2 hours, so
and it shouldn't have.
and it's our second most popular episode.
Well, I don't know. Sounds like we got some hot takes this episode. Leave your comments down below.
But
Remember,
no,
prepare for the
Alan-
Civil War. It's about to happen.
But Dallin, you never gave your most wanted out of anything Disney owns world.
He did. He said Coco.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah,
thought you were gonna have. I thought you were gonna have.
I don't have a wild answer because I don't really. I don't know. I don't really entertain that as much as other people do. Honestly.
But you know what? Coco's not a bad answer.
Yeah.
I feel
Now-
like that one's like going to happen though. like that one's like
To
feels
be
like
fair,
one of the ones.
we
Doesn't
were
mean it's
also
not a
very,
valid
yeah, we
Eyes.
were also
Yeah,
very confident that Coco would show up in 3 and have something to do with Shion. You know, I remember.
wasn't.
Well, I remember it being talked about. Like, shit. But
Anyway.
Shion didn't even
Anyways.
get an afterlife, where she just vanished.
See, the way I
That's-
see it is because the underworld is the underworld with Hades on our side, that the underworld in the unreality side could be the land of the dead from Coco.
or could just be dead people.
That is Coco. Hey, that's Haley Joel Osment.
And we circle back around, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening.
May your heart be your guiding key. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Dun da da da! Hi there! It's your trusty Chirithy, here to remind you to like, comment, and share this podcast with all your friends. Please remember to subscribe to the Keyblade Forge, join the Discord server, and visit the merch store at www.keybladeforge.com. Don't forget, your friends are your power, so make sure to pass this along. Until next time, may your heart be your guiding key.